Hi, hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jamie-Leigh, and yeah, I think I've done this intro 3 times now, and yeah, I don't know where to look, but here we are. Honestly, I never thought that I would be doing this because it's always been something that I had such a hope to do, but never had the confidence in pursuing it. And then also life gets the better of you, so you kind of just roll with what's on the next thing on your to-do list. But either way, here we are. So let's just start off with a high and a low of this week. It's currently Tuesday and I'm not sure when I'll be uploading this, but I'll say the high of this week is definitely the fact that it's a new month, and with a new month comes a lot of new opportunities and things that you strive to complete and do. And I'm procrastinating a bit, I will not lie, but I'm really looking forward to it. I would say my low of this week is I'm having a lot of anxiety going back to gym, and that will be something that I'll be reflecting on more in this video. So without further ado, let's begin. So first things first, I don't know what this video will be. I am not sure if this will be a day in my life or just a get to know me, or kind of just re-evaluating the season of Lent, which it's not the end of Lent just yet, but I have a lot of thoughts that I would like to kind of work through, and I think doing it on this channel will help a lot. And hopefully I don't know this will reach, but maybe you have similar feelings or things that you would want to reconsider about your season of Lent. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, to be quite honest. So let's start. So before Lent started, I actually done the Daniel fast, and that was quite eye-opening in the sense of I really had intentions going into that. One of the main things that was really concerning to me and what I wanted to better within my life is not only my relationship with God, but it was also the way that I viewed myself and my body, and what was actually healthy and what was not. And another aspect of that was eating habits and my relationship with food. And I won't go into the nitty-gritty of things because this is a very sensitive topic. So yeah. With the Daniel fast, I decided that I really needed help and guidance within my relationships with people that were my close friends, and we kind of just drifted apart. And friendship breakups, it's quite a trend on TikTok at the moment, where people are going through a lot, and in the comment section people are just relating to one another, and that was my experience. So I really wanted to dive into that, learn forgiveness in a sense, and also letting go of those relationships that don't really serve me anymore, but I don't have any ill will towards them, and I wish them nothing but the best. So that was one of the areas that I wanted to better during my Daniel fast. And I would say I had to start the fast over because I realized on the third day I had made a mistake, and yeah, and then I just started over. But either way, so it was my relationships with people, and what I actually wanted to focus on was also my relationship with food, as I mentioned before, and then also my relationship with God, and also just putting more effort into that. And I won't speak much about that just because that is still a continuous journey. I will say that I'm moved further within my faith by joining a group at our parish, and that has been on the agenda during the Daniel fast, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that and to be accepted in doing so. So when the Daniel fast was over, I had a break, and in that break I kind of just realized that what I was doing through that period was kind of preparing me for Lent. Because during the season of Lent, I knew I wanted to give up socials, and in the sense of I needed to give up Instagram. Instagram was a really negative part of my journey within my relationship with myself, just because it's so easy to play the comparison game, and I knew I needed to be off that. So before Lent actually started, I decided that I was going to delete my Instagram account. And I would say the first 3 days of doing anything, especially when forming a habit, is really difficult, especially for me. So doing that before Lent really helped. And I would say that getting off Instagram before Lent was, I'm not sure how to explain it. The first 3 days I definitely felt like I was missing out, and I realized a big part of me feeling missed out is the fact that I couldn't see what people that I cared about were up to. I didn't have access to even posting on my own platform and things like that. And then I realized that I also didn't care to when posting on socials, it's such a long journey, especially for me during that period of my life where it was, is this photo good enough, is this caption good enough? It was all those things that during the season of Lent I kind of just detached myself from, and now I'm in a space where Lent will be over in the next 10 days, I think, and I'm really considering, do I want to go back? Because truth be told, on one side I don't want to go back because I have nothing to post about. When I wasn't on Instagram, I didn't deem any moments worthy of capturing. I just enjoyed it for what it was, which is something that I had spoke about to my therapist, was just being in the moment and being present. So I was going out and spending time with people that I cared about, and I don't really have any evidence of it besides the memories that I've made. And then two, it was, do I want to go back to that at all? Because I don't see the value in it anymore. And then the biggest part for that was my relationship with myself and my body. I think you get so caught up, especially myself. I've been on a up and down scale when it comes to going to the gym and being fit and all these things, and I've kind of just lost my passion for it. So what I decided during the season of Lent was I was gonna give up the gym. So I actually cancelled my membership, and that didn't mean I wasn't active. It just meant that I spent more time being active at home or outdoors, and I just value the fact that even if it was 5 minutes of doing a quick workout, I really put all my effort into that. And I would say that now, looking at the rewards that had happened, was I weighed myself for the first time in a really long time. I probably weighed myself last year because I pre-planned for these things. I'm very type A about these things, so I pre-planned all of this, and I didn't weigh myself since December. And when I did, I looked at what the scale was telling me, and I passed the note to a loved one, and I was like, this can't be true. Like, I need to do this from over, because it can't be possible, you know. And I've lost quite a bit of weight. I think the negative part of that is the fact that I don't see it. And coming to terms with that is, I don't look at myself every day to actually note the difference, but people around me do, and they've been complimenting me on that, but I haven't actually acknowledged it until I got that slip of paper that told me, hey, you lost some. And as happy as I am about that, I am still in disbelief, to be quite honest with you. I don't know if it's true or not. I feel like I might be sleeping, and then I'll wake up and be like, that never happened, right? And then another area that I really wanted to focus on during Lent was praying the daily rosary. This was important to me because I started praying the daily rosary about a year ago, and then I had a streak of doing it for about a month, I'll say, because I have an app that kind of just tallies everything. And then I lost my streak, and it's not because I wasn't doing the daily rosary. It's the fact that once you know all the mysteries and you know how to pray the daily rosary, you kind of just don't need to go on an app and double check if I'm wording things like, am I doing it correctly? So the streak kind of just went away. But further into that, I actually realized I wasn't consistent doing it, and I didn't understand why I wasn't consistent in doing so. I remember the first time I prayed the daily rosary, and I was bawling my eyes out. I was in the car the first time I've done it, and it was just, I felt so much peace. And following from that, doing the rosary was kind of just doing a mystery a day, and sometimes I would go days without doing it. And then I noticed my prayer life was also diminishing, in the sense of going from praying daily to praying every now and then. So I really wanted to get back on track with my prayer life, and there was no other way to do that than putting myself back on the app, which seems counterintuitive, but I think having actual visual proof that I'm doing something is helping me complete it. And if it's helping me complete it and I'm seeing the benefit of doing so, then why not continue, you know? So that was something that I was doing during the Lent. And also, like I was saying, my relationship with food changed a lot, especially during the Daniel fast. I was trying to really figure out what I liked, what I truly liked, without social media in the background, you know, telling me this is great, this has benefits. I'm doing this at this cafe A, B, and C, and I was telling my friend that I was a matcha drinker for a really long time, and I was just like, every time we went to a cafe, matcha, I loved it, and then I came to terms with it, and I realized that I didn't actually even like matcha. Why was I ordering something that I don't actually like? And it comes to the realization of you're doing things to appease the masses when you are not satisfied. And that's what I've realized my relationship with food was. I was not satisfied with what I was putting into my body. I would say that I stopped eating meat a few years ago, I'll say, and I'll have meat every now and then when I really needed it. And then I realized during like fasting that I don't like chicken as well. And I'm not going to sit on you and say that I'm vegan, because I truly am not a vegan. I just wanted to eat things that I actually enjoyed, and I have this habit of, if I like a croissant, I'm gonna have a croissant in different ways. Besides a croissant with chocolate, I just don't get that. But that's how I am, and I enjoyed that. So I focused on what I was putting into my body, also making sure that what I was putting in my body was really good in the sense of this was healthy and this is things that I liked. I also have this new motto of, you can't really say you don't like something, you don't want to do something without actually trying it. So that has been a trial and error journey of mine, and I would say that it's going really good, and I would like to continue on that path. And honestly, glory to God for keeping me on the straight and narrow, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would be still steadfast in trying to better myself in the only ways that I know how, and genuinely I'm really thankful for that, because like I said earlier, the first 3 days are really hard for me. It's starting over again and again and again. And if you've read Atomic Habits, then you know what it's like. You have to try until you succeed, and that's kind of my relationship with my faith as well. I've noticed that I'm reading the word daily, but I'm reading the word in a way that I'm just reading it to read it, and I'm not actually, it's not feeding into my soul. And that had to end in some way or another. That had to end, and that's why I'm grateful to be accepted into this new group that I've joined at my parish, in just understanding the word more and things like that. I've been a part of many Bible study groups, and it's been trial and error, like everything else, trial and error. And I feel at peace where I'm at right now, and I know that what I'm learning is only going to benefit me in the long run, especially understanding why we do Lent and the meaning behind it. I've never would have thought about 10 years ago I'll be sitting here and I'll be thanking God for so much things in my life. yet I do, you know, and I'm really trying my best to be better every single day, and only he can help me in that regard. Thing that I've also dedicated my time during the Lenten season was not only reading daily mass readings and trying to go to mass on a more regular basis, but it was also diving deeper into the saints. And a big part of me learning is reading. I love reading so much, and I even asked my deacon to get me a list of books that you think would be like really great for me to read off on. And I've done that. I've actually got a few books, and I'm reading it one at a time just because I don't want to overwhelm my mind with so much. At the moment, I'm reading The Story of a Soul. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with it, but it's of Saint Therese. And I was telling the deacon the other day that her devotion to Christ at such an early age, it's so amazing. Like, you don't get that anymore, and I want to have that within my soul. I wanna be so sure of myself and where I'm going, because I know he's on my side through it all. And I'm not going to say that the journey is ever going to be perfect, because we're all going to have bumps along the road. However, I know that I can overcome those bumps with him by my side, and I'm really looking forward to it, because I don't know where I'm going at the end of the day, but I know where I would like to go. And if it's his will for me to be there, then I would be there, and there's no doubt about it. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's been a few of my reflections upon the season of Lent, and also my first video on YouTube. Just know that I need to start somewhere, and what better way to start than reflecting upon this season within my life. I don't know where I'm going. I know where I want to be, and if it's his will, then it will be that. And I'm just trying to put my full faith in that, and knowing that he's got my back. You know, God has been in my life in ways that I can't describe at all. He's had his hand on me throughout every year of my life, even in the years that I can't see it. And I reflect back on it now, and it's just like, wow, you were there. I didn't even know you were there, but you were there. And I can only see that now after reviewing everything. This is just a chapter in my life. I like to say that your testimony is not a one and done thing. It's kind of a series of things that you get to do and experience, and you figure it out along the way with the help of him. To be honest, I feel like I have so much chapters within my testimony, and what better place to start, especially on this YouTube journey, than reflecting on the seasons of Lent. So I think I'll probably keep it at that and have my first video on YouTube. So without further ado, I would like to just say thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and share. Please like and subscribe and share with other people. I don't know where this might go, but I just know I've always wanted to do this, and I have trouble talking in front of a camera, especially, as you can see, the eye contact and stuttering over my words, but I can only hope that I'll get better as time goes by, especially with editing and things like that. But we're gonna leave it until the time comes for me to actually do it. And yeah, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for listening. I know I've been rambling, but I hope that you can keep track. That's just kind of how I am, even in my day-to-day life. I ramble and ramble, and before I go on about rambling, I'm just gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna wish you to have a blessed week, and I hope that you'll follow up in my next video. Bye.